Okay, so I'm Elida Zylbeari. I'm editor-in-chief of online portal in Albanian language, portalb.mk. It's written in my name there. And I've been in journalism for like 12 years now. Um, and firstly, of course, I started as a journalist, and then we started this news site, which is part of organization for Internet and Foundation for Internet and Society, which is called Metamorphosis Foundation in Macedonia.
Okay. Macedonia has any specific strategy or those strategies?
Unfortunately, we don't have yet any strategy. The government tried to make a plan. They started consultations with various NGOs, and I haven't seen any media representatives, but I think they also consulted some of the NGOs that are, for example, the Association of Journalists, but I'm not sure about this. And they held two public debates with representatives from EU and USAID. And they, I don't know, they were saying, what should we do about media literacy? But that stopped. Now we have elections, actually tomorrow, and we'll see the new government, who is going to be and what they will plan.
Okay, can you tell me more about the agency and its strategy of the development of broadcasting authority and activity?
Okay, let me find the document. The agency has several roles, and you can also find them in English on their website, which I recommend you to do so. Basically, it's about to ensure protection and development of pluralism in the sphere of audio and audiovisual media services, to detect the existence of illicit media concentration, to take measures in accordance with the law on audio and audiovisual media services, protection of minors, of citizen interest in the sphere of media, also encourages media literacy, performs measurements in terms of viewership or listenership of the programs. And also I will go to the next question. So I explained the Media Literacy Network. It's created in order to facilitate the communication and consultation between different entities in the country working on raising the level of media literacy of all citizens. It should contribute to more frequent cooperation between the relevant factors and for better and more sustainable results from the projects. So the agency, it has gathered somehow in one umbrella more organizations, and they have meetings, they have public debates, they make analyses, they give, also advises others how to react. Okay, so this is it.
Thank you. Can you tell me, are there any specific programs for raising media literacy in the formal education in primary and secondary schools?
No, they have this subject which is called general knowledge, or I'm not sure about the name, but and they speak about what is media, but not for media literacy. And that was the point of the public debates and also our organization, but I will speak for that later, to incorporate media literacy in the curricula, in the official curricula of education in Macedonia.
Okay. Thank you. Can you tell me, are you a part of the Association of the Journalists in the Republic of North Macedonia, and what do you do to improve media literacy in the North Macedonia?
Okay, so me personally, I am part of the association, I don't know, maybe a decade. And as an organization, we, as I said before, Portal MK is a project of Metamorphosis Foundation, which one of its programs, because we operate as one organization, one of its programs is called Media for Democracy, in which we had one project from 2012 until 2013, 16, 14, yeah, 4 years. It was called Service for Fact-Checking, Media Fact-Checking Service in Macedonia. It was the first service of its kind, which was how is it called, was analyzing and writing all the time different authors about the media breaches, the media manipulations. We fact-checked the news that were circling around, and we have this educational how is it, articles we have written by journalists with a lot of experience about media literacy, about journalistic standards. So this was the first ever in Macedonia project. I was part of it. I was editor-in-chief of the Albanian version. And now, starting 2 years ago, we started another project which is called Think. For it has a longer name, with critical thinking towards media-wise citizens. And this is an upgrade, but slightly different project, but an upgrade of the service for fact-checking. We also fact-check any news that are fake news, and we verify the information that circle in Macedonia. And also we have this how is it called, small book, we published it, we had and we are working on another one, publication for what is media literacy and which are the ways that we can improve it and fight it. We also have advocacy. Our team advocates with the government, the institution, relevant institution, the Ministry of Education, to incorporate media literacy on the curricula, on the official curricula. Another part of the project which we work is I'm also editor-in-chief of Albanian version. We give grants, actually, not we try, we do. We give grants to smaller organizations, associations, citizens which have media literacy on their focus. So we disseminate media, local NGOs. We try to help them with giving them smaller grants. And yeah, that's about it, actually.
You are doing
we
a lot
advocate
of things.
yeah. Yeah, and also we have this Vistinomer, which is also fact-checking political promises, and nowadays works on fact-checking news from of elections. We have many manipulations and fake news going around. So Vistinomer, truth meter, actually in English, also does that. And we have as an organization have created a network of fact checkers for the region. So we have cooperation with Greece, also, I think, and 7 or 8 organizations are gathered together and share. We make this big debunking of news that circle the region. So if fake news starts in Bosnia, we can track it down, Serbia, Kosovo, and then Macedonia, probably Greece. So we do this regional fact-checking project also. And it's connected to media literacy, of course, raising awareness.
Okay, I will look up those sites and include those in PowerPoint presentation about media literacy in North Macedonia too. So thank you for them. Media Literacy Index in 2019 puts North Macedonia as the last country on the list of the 35. Can you comment me that as a journalist?
Through this we have seen that with media going online and no regulation in that sphere, no self-regulation firstly, then later. It started in 2014, but it's not that efficient. You have also the council in Bosnia, and you know how is it going. But with starting of that, everybody could post anything. Mostly political parties use that, and they disseminate a lot of fake news and manipulations, and nobody is there to stop except us for this media service, fact-checking service on one side, and on the other side the educational level of Macedonian population, it's okay. It's not on that level that it can counter disinformation. It's not low on official level. They are educated. They attended schools, but on the other side, they are not very efficient in media manipulation because of lack of educational projects or education curricula for media literacy in our system.
Okay. Can you tell me, is media in North Macedonia free of the political or governmental influence?
Of course, it's not. I mean, it's Balkans firstly, and then we have seen that through media, political parties try to influence the voters and those who are not decided. And we have had 10 years of political very, very powerful political interference in our media. The previous government, they put this system of advertising in every media, actually, in private and in the public service. The public service was always suffering from lack of funds, so they use that to I don't know, to blackmail them, and I'll give you funds if you be a party megaphone, which they did. And when it comes to private media, I'm talking about televisions, they were receiving huge amounts of money through this advertising, through different, maybe some of them were fake documentaries. Then elections came and they were advertised. The media were donors of parties. I mean, it was a mess, and it's the new government started some reforms. They stopped this kind of advertising, but they, on the other side, they opened this new fund for media, and they gave newspapers money. On the other side, they still give money to media. So the link, it's not broken. Maybe it's not that severe and obvious as it was previous 10 years, but yeah, it has definitely influences. And now we also see the online media taking the bigger role in this political party connections. We have seen that political parties have their own media portals. They describe it as such because we don't know who are these portals. They don't have their impressum, their address, their contacts, and they appear right before elections, which is almost every year in Macedonia. So we have this list of unknown portals that make propaganda, but they actually belong to some of the party people. So in some, yeah, it's definitely very strong influence on media.
Thank you very much for your answer. Can you tell me, is government doing anything to raise level of media literacy in North Macedonia?
Yeah, as I said before, they started some process. They mention fake news and manipulations not every time, but I don't know, some press conferences. We have this minister for transparency, and he also says that we will fight fake news and make some, but as the government will change eventually, we'll see who's going to win, then we'll know.
Okay.
The general population doesn't actually, if I use the word care, maybe it's raw, but I could say they don't mind where they get the news from. It's internet. They call it, I got it from internet. And the young people, they are not enough educated and don't have experience to see who is this party or what, to see that that a party has this how can left orientation, or is fascist, or tries to be to bring dictatorship. On the other hand, the older people who have experience, who have seen the parties act and actors, who is who, they don't know. They think that internet is everything is verified there, and everything that goes on internet goes public must be verified, because they used to to think of the idea that everything's on the news, it's okay. I mean, they don't know that internet pages can be opened by anyone and write anything. So they have seen mostly the importance of fake news, but not enough on that level that they will care that much and act and ask for an official education. So there's a lot work to do on that sphere to bring them the knowledge, to, how is it called, the awareness, to raise the awareness for the importance of the media literacy in Macedonia and in the world.